looks good. I like the sign. Right, so, and then the other thing is if that one fills up, because I know.
Hello. Hello. There we go. All right, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We are about to kick off the senior celebration, so good morning and welcome to the College of Engineering Senior Recognition Ceremony. We are about to get started, so I ask everybody find a seat. There's still quite a few seats over in this area. A few housekeeping issues. There are multiple exits on the side and the back. In case of emergency, please make your way to the nearest exit. To help with safety issues and also with students coming in and getting to the stage, please keep all of the aisles as well as the back and the sides free of parents and family. They'll be making their way all the way around, so please, please, please keep those areas free. There's also a professional photographer here taking stage photos and photos on the right-hand side, so we ask that people don't approach the stage. And finally, please turn cell phones to silent or vibrate. Thank you for your cooperation. And now, let the trumpet fanfare begin with the faculty procession and in the College of Engineering class of 2022.
Good morning. My name is Jim Rinderly. I'm the Associate Dean for Undergraduate Affairs, and I'm a professor in the Mechanical and Industrial Engineering Department. Thank you so much for being here to help us celebrate the inspiring achievements of the class of 2022. Before we begin, let's thank the members of the Grad Brass Quintet: Nick Petrillo on trumpet, Esther Joe, trumpet, Offer Cohen, trumpet, Chris Sperry, horn, Connor Hafner, tuba, and those joining the trumpet fanfare, Chris Fagunas, Marcus Gonzalez, and Ethan Cogswell. I will now read the UMass Land Acknowledgement. This acknowledgement affirms our campus connection and relationship to the land the campus is built upon, and our continued connection to the nations who were the original inhabitants and caretakers of this land. The University of Massachusetts Amherst acknowledges that it was founded and built on the unceded homelands of the Pocumtuck Nation and the land of the Norwottuck community. We begin with gratitude for nearby waters and lands. We recognize these lands and waters as important relations with which we are all interconnected and depend on to sustain life and well-being. The Pocumtuck had connections with these lands for millennia. Over 400 years of colonizations with Pocumtuck peoples were displaced. Many joined their Algonquin relatives in the east, south, west, and north. That includes the Mashpee, Anaquina, Wampanoag, Nipmuc, Narragansett, Mohegan, Pequot, Mohegan communities, and the Abenaki, and other nations of the Wabanaki Confederacy. These peoples still maintain connections and relationships of care for these lands today. We also acknowledge that the University of Massachusetts is a land-grant university. As part of the Morrill Land Grant Act, portions of land from 82 Native nations west of the Mississippi were sold to provide the resources to found and build this university. As an active first step toward decolonization, we encourage you to learn more about the Native nations whose homelands UMass now resides on and the indigenous homelands on which you live and work. We also invite you to deepen your relationship to these living lands and waters. Graduates, we are so proud of you. Beyond ordinary, each of your experiences at UMass Amherst has been a unique path of growth, self-discovery, determination, and the pursuit of both knowledge and dreams. You are all talented and accomplished. Suffice it to say, you've made good friends, learned a lot, struggled and succeeded, and you have now become experts at online learning. Remember feeling weary from those endless Zoom classes? Of course you do. You have overcome extraordinary circumstances to arrive today as a graduate. Among so many other things, you are to be commended for your resiliency. Many of you have received honors, scholarships, and awards. Among us today are rising researchers, NSF graduate fellows, a Jack Welch Scholar, our Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Student Award recipient, a Gerald F. Scanlon Student Employee of the Year, 2 21st Century Scholars, and a National Goldwater Scholar. Will all of those students please stand to be acknowledged? I cannot, of course, list all of your many accomplishments, but I know that many of you received awards and recognitions at conferences where you showcased your research and from national student professional societies, organizations, and competitions. Will those students please now stand? I'd also like to recognize the leadership and executive boards of our engineering societies. This includes professional and honor societies, our affinity groups, and student project and design teams. Will the leaders of these groups please now stand? And will the members, all the members of these groups, please now stand? There's another significant group of leaders with us today. I'd like to recognize students who are members or veterans of the armed services and those who took part in yesterday's Air Force or ROTC commissioning ceremonies. Would these students please now stand and be recognized? Thank you for your service to our country. Each year we present our Outstanding Teaching Award recipients at this event because those recipients were nominated by you through your evaluations of teaching. This year's recipients could not be in attendance today. Both have been praised for their engaging and innovative classes. I'd like to take just a few moments to recognize them now. David McLaughlin, Professor of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Most notably for his class that introduces electrical engineering principles in circuits, electronics, and embedded systems to mechanical, industrial, and biomedical engineering students. Also for his Queer Lights course in partnership with the Stonewall Center, in which students build LED light displays to shine light on LGBTQ+ issues. And most recently for his work with the Digital Ready Transition to College program the Umass Amherst is delivering at the Mount Ida campus. Also receiving a teaching award is Emily Crumple, Assistant Professor of Civil and Environmental Engineering. Professor Crumple is recognized especially for her Introduction to Environmental and Water Resource Engineering course and a new senior graduate level course in drinking water, sanitation, and global development, in which she effectively utilized a variety of active learning techniques. And also for her much praised adaptation to remote learning with clear communication, support, mutual respect, and compassion. And for her untiring work with the Engineers Without Borders chapters. Let's cheer for them and all the faculty, instructors, and staff who have served as your advisors, mentors, and teachers. I'm now pleased to welcome Sanjay Raman, Dean and Professor of Electrical and Computer Engineering, to offer the Dean's message.
Thank you, Professor Rinderle. I am honored and thrilled to address the class of 2022 in person today after 2 successive engineering senior recognition ceremonies via Zoom. Really happy we're done with that. To begin, I'd like to give special thanks to all the families and friends in the audience. It's been a challenging several years for all of us, but I know your graduates appreciate all your encouragement and support, your strength and sacrifices, your love. The faculty, staff, and I share your pride in these students and rejoice in all their accomplishments. Thank you all for allowing us to be part of their educational journey. Graduates, I ask you to please stand and give a round of applause in gratitude of those both here in person and across the world who have helped you on this path. Yeah. Maybe seated. 75 years ago, the School of Engineering was formally established at Umass Amherst. Yes, engineering degrees were granted previously, but not by a formally accredited program. Things looked very different then. Strawberries and corn grew where Marston Hall now stands. Without dedicated college buildings at the time, engineering classes were taught all over campus, including the attic of the Flint Dairy Building and the washroom of Aggie Engineering, both buildings that still stand off of Campus Center Way. The graduating class of 1950 totaled 231 due to a large wave of World War II veterans passing through. Of note, towards the end of World War II, at least 9 women were trained as engineers. The first to graduate was in 1948. Our counterparts from that era, like us today, worked to turn dreams into reality by challenging and expanding the idea of what was possible. And our beloved school, now a college, quickly grew and flourished. Today, as we celebrate over 500 graduates joining the ranks of our engineering alumni, making a difference in our world, we can look back upon a foundation of greatness and innovation. For 2 decades, our engineers learned from Val Hensel, a Draper Prize and National Medal of Science recipient who invented the process of platforming, which uses a platinum-based catalyst to efficiently convert petroleum to high-octane fuel. And the father of wind energy, Bill Hieronymus, brought his radical ideas to our classrooms in the 1970s, leading to the offshore wind turbines being deployed off the coast of the Commonwealth today, and many others. At present, UMass engineers are developing life-saving medical devices and therapeutics and designing smart infrastructure for the future. We're tackling climate change and sustainability and revolutionizing materials, computing, and cybersecurity. And we work each day to build a diverse and inclusive engineering community, embedding social and environmental justice perspectives throughout our research and curriculum. Although we have much work to do as a college, as a profession, as a society, here's where you all come in. You, as the next generation of engineers, have the opportunity to enrich the lives of those around you. You can create new technologies and solve our greatest challenges with the knowledge you have acquired. As we look ahead to the next 75 years, your work will overcome the most pressing problems facing society, including climate change, clean energy, cybersecurity, and equitable healthcare. So I ask, for each innovation, each solution, consider not just the problem, but how this change will impact people, our planet, and our future. Challenge norms and break down boundaries, like those who have come before you. But also remember that you have blind spots shaped by your own experiences. Balance these by exposing yourself to different perspectives. Make sure you're asking the right questions. Listen. Communities, geographic regions, countries, all have different cultures. Is your approach the right one for the problem and for these people? Who will it impact? Diversity of thought and views make the difference. Today we celebrate what is to commence, the journey to come. But it is also a time to reflect, not just on what has or hasn't changed since 1947, but on just how much has occurred in the world since you arrived on our campus. A global pandemic, racial injustice, threats to democracy and freedom. It is an astoundingly difficult time in our lives. The world needs you. Create change, not just for the sake of it, but with the intention of promoting progress for the common good. Work to ensure a more equitable future. Now, class of 2022, as you enter the world, my hope is that you will continue to push back, to see beyond the edges and the margins, where infinite possibility awaits. Be revolutionary, class of 2022 engineers. Now it is my great privilege to introduce this year's College of Engineering student speaker, Kat Nilov. Kat is a chemical engineering graduate, a strong leader who is passionate about sustainability, inclusion, and community. They will be attending Northeastern to pursue a PhD in chemical engineering. Please join me in welcoming Kat to the podium.
Thank you for the warm welcome. Hi, everyone. Dear friends, peers, professors, mentors, and mentors, it has been years since we first stepped on campus, and we have grown tremendously in unexpected ways. Who could have thought of this life that we had together in this college and pandemic? It is my absolute honor to be up here before you today after we've completed our degrees in engineering. First and foremost, congratulations to you, whether you started 3 years ago or 4 years or 6 years ago. You are moments away from officially graduating with your bachelor's degree in engineering from Umass Amherst. Our timelines are nonlinear, and I am proud of you for completing what you set yourself out to do when you began this journey. I have big dreams, and my peers know that, and my mentors know that. I want to be an astronaut. At one point, this felt like an impossible goal, specifically sophomore year, when I was filling out a NASA internship application on a whim at 3 a.m. It was one of those oddly motivated middle-of-the-night highs where time stopped and I blasted through the entire application in one night. It was only at the end that I felt defeated because there was a section which read, letters of recommendation. I was scared. I barely believed in myself. Was I really going to admit this audacious dream of mine? I could not imagine asking someone for a recommendation letter to NASA. NASA? I didn't want them to laugh at me. And this feeling, this moment, this decision to not ask for help had me eliminated from the pool of applicants. Poof, it was gone. My hours on this application meant nothing because it was never going to reach their desks. I let my fears close this door of opportunity, a lesson learned that I will never forget. Proof of concept, if you will. There's two things here. One, I didn't ask for help. This was entwined with my self-doubt and worry of my image. How silly it is to look back on that. Two, I self-eliminated. I wasted my own time. I hurt myself in thinking that my dreams were impossible. Today, I know it's not impossible. I've learned to rephrase my wildest dreams as achievable steps. I want to apply to be an astronaut. It's silly how it means the same thing, but that degree of separation makes it a little bit more believable. You too can break down your goals into actionable steps. Isn't that how we got here? Allow yourself to daydream. Maybe you'll decide you want to head into space too. Soon, I will be on to my next steps, pursuing a PhD in chemical engineering at Northeastern, one step at a time. Maybe we won't get to space, but we'll get somewhere extraordinary. Whether you've decided on graduate school or landed your dream job in industry or still a couple steps away, remember that your degree will take you places. The skills you developed as a team leader, a presenter, or a project planner are key in developing well-rounded individuals like yourself. There's often hints of imposter syndrome, getting this far and going forward in specialized and impressive roles, but I want to remind you that you're deserving of this. It takes incredible skill to get through engineering. Part of this process of graduating is a process of managing everything we've been put through for the past 4 or more years. It was about learning to ask for help when we needed it and building support systems. As a first-generation American, being resourceful was a survival skill. It would have been impossible to get here without the support of the community around me. We couldn't have made it this far alone. The connections you've made here are going to carry you through your next phases of life. Our peers and mentors are people I will never forget. People here have changed my world and my perspective. I'm grateful for UMass, for leaders like Dr. Sarah Perry, who helped build pathways for my future, who believed in me and showed me that I could do incredible things. If there's anything you remember today, I hope you remember to never self-eliminate. It's not your job to. I joke sometimes that ambition is my middle name because I reach for the stars, but it's because I've decided to never self-eliminate ever again. I've decided to believe in myself, and I believe in you. Maybe you came to UMass because your parents wanted you to get a degree. Maybe you came here because you had no idea what you were doing and you wanted to avoid real adult life for a bit. Maybe you knew everything you were doing all along. Regardless, you're here now at graduation, and you made it, and I'm proud, and we're all proud. You got here, and you're going somewhere because you applied yourself. Now you have all of these skills, and you're never going to stop living your best life. We've all witnessed the greatness of our peers. Imagine what they have witnessed of you. We've had the privilege to walk and Zoom alongside some fantastic minds. There's no doubt we will do great things. To us ladies and non-binary folk, my queer peers, my peers of color, to those with disabilities, to first-gen folks, to anyone who may have felt like they did not belong, I congratulate you especially for continuing to make this space a more inspiring place for all of our future generations. Your accomplishments continue to create the role models you should have seen in great positions growing up. Thank you for inspiring me every day along the way. Thanks as well to the allies where I felt able to express myself and grow alongside my educational journey. Whatever path you choose to go on next, I'm excited to see you there, and I hope we stay connected. I cannot wait to watch you change the world. Thanks for everything, and a special thank you to my mom. You inspire me, and I love you. Finally, congratulations to all of us, and go UMass!
Thank you, Kat. That was really wonderful. It is now my honor to introduce Dr. Jerome Peros. Jerry is a distinguished 1960 graduate of UMass in physics and received an honorary doctorate in science at yesterday's commencement. A self-described measurement nut, he is an internationally recognized innovator and leader in the field of geophysical sensing systems. He and his wife, Linda, are also generous benefactors of UMass and the College of Engineering. This past year, they made the largest gift ever to the College of Engineering, $10 million. To establish the Peros Center for Atmospheric Research, PCAR, with a focus on developing innovative sensing systems and applications that will help protect communities and save lives. We are extraordinarily grateful for their generosity and vision. It is my distinct honor and privilege to welcome Jerry to the podium.
Good morning. It's a great pleasure to be with you today. First, congratulations to the graduates. I thank you and your family and friends for sharing the celebration with us. Secondly, congratulations to the College of Engineering for their 75th birthday. The theme of this talk is measuring up. There's a saying that knowledge comes from learning and wisdom comes from observation. So observational life experiences are key to the practical applications of knowledge. Observation involves making measurements. So measurements results are constantly being compared to the performance requirements. We're indeed celebrating the fact that you have measured up to the UMass requirements for graduation. Soon, measurements will be made of your job performance. Measurements have always played a huge part in my scientific life because good science comes from good observers making good experiments with good sensors. Now, the last few days, I've toured the campus like a time traveler because I entered UMass only 9 years after the College of Engineering was founded, and Massachusetts State College became the University of Massachusetts. So please accompany me as I expanded my UMass base of education to become a practicing scientist, entrepreneur, and philanthropist. In the 1950s, the number of students was a fraction of today's population. Tuition was a few $100s per semester. The library featured books on agriculture. The first student union building was built in 1957. And actually, the first satellite to orbit the Earth, Sputnik, went up in 1957, and that created the space race and generated a great deal of interest in science and engineering. So that was an exciting time. But today, you might look at the technology of the 1950s the way that I looked at the technology of the 1880s. So just imagine what your grandchildren will look at the technology of 2022. It'll be different. Anyway, I was always taking things apart to see how they worked, much as what I hope many of you do. And this was a combination of curiosity and necessity because things were constantly failing. They're always breaking apart. At that time, radios had vacuum tubes, automobiles had carburetors, there was no internet, mobile phones, computers, satellite navigation systems, a really different world. The engineering students had slide rules, and we spent huge amounts of time trying to gather relevant information to solve problems. On the plus side, compared to today, there was less need for filtering out bad information and a lot fewer distractions. So after graduate school and years of work in the aerospace sector, I was looking for ways to start up a technology-based business. So you might want, those of you who want to become multimillionaires and save humanity, listen. I realized that precision measurements are the fundamental basis of experimental science. And the commercial applications of experimental science, what you guys do in the laboratories, are the main drivers of technological progress. So to succeed in business, we needed to have some proprietary technical advantages. Now, we couldn't do it on good looks and charm alone, like you guys. Now, a technical interlude, okay? In the 1960s, the world of sensors was almost completely analog, and I thought that more precise measurements could be done in the time domain by many orders of magnitude. So we developed and patented some force-sensitive resonators whose frequency of vibration were a function of the applied load. So the principle of operation is like tuning a violin string. The more tension that you put on the string, the higher the frequency, and the change in frequency is a measure of the applied load. So we took this inherently digital device and improved it to develop quartz crystal load-sensitive resonators with unparalleled performance. So that was the proprietary technological advantage that we were looking for. So, for example, we designed transducers to measure different physical parameters. So if we took the resonator and attached it to a suspended inertial mass, we had the world's greatest accelerometer. If we attached the resonator to a bellows or a bourdon tube, we had the world's greatest pressure sensors. Applying it to a weighing platform, we had a scale, and so on. So with this proprietary technology and these potentially saleable units, we were ready to become entrepreneurs. So over 50 years ago, I founded Parascientific, and it still was an analog world, but we had a good vision of the future insofar as personal control, computers and digital control systems were gaining traction. So our quartz-based companies focused on the creation of new products that could serve the scientific and industrial communities with improved inherently digital instrumentation. And it turns out that significant scientific measurements could be made for the first time that were impossible to make with the prior technology. So, thus the, incredible good fortune of the confluence of the quartz crystal technology and digital computers and control systems, microprocessor chips, and intelligent sensors came to be known as good planning. If you get lucky, take credit for it. Very quickly, Parascientific grew into a multi-million-dollar business with applications in such areas, diverse areas of oceanography, meteorology, hydrology, energy exploration, process control, aerospace, and its laboratory instrumentation. Many of those areas which you'll be working in. And a number of brother-sister companies were formed and licensed for exclusive fields of use. This provided a diversified base for commercial applications as well as the opportunity to find appropriate partners through acquisitions and mergers. And of course, our financial performance was constantly being measured, okay? We don't get any passes on our performance being measured. And fortunately, our company and our brother-sister companies have already generated hundreds of millions of dollars in profits and cash distributions and taxes paid and exports, and the average return of investment for our shareholders exceeds 20,000%. So I expect no less from the companies that you are going to form. Now, decades ago, NOAA had developed some tsunami warning systems based on our pressure sensors. And in November of 2004, NOAA and I presented a paper recommending an expansion of their network of 6 tsunami warning buoys that were in the Pacific. And the governments that we were asking support from were not at all interested. 1 month later, the Indonesian tsunami caused 230,000 deaths and extensive property damage. So our phone was ringing off the hook a month later, but it was too late. Then Hurricane Katrina struck New Orleans with over 1,800 fatalities and $125 billion in property damage. So we tried to meet these public safety needs by developing new geophysical sensors that could predict, warn, and mitigate the effects of natural disasters. Our technical and business success was ready to be shared through philanthropic partnerships. In 2005, Vice Chancellor Mike Malone, former Dean of the College of Engineering, made a persuasive case for partnering with UMass in the atmospheric sciences. So we established funds in measurement sciences and environmental research. We then collaborated with your colleagues with the CASA group, who were doing radar research on extreme weather events. Obviously, it was successful because our most recent investment in UMass is a $10 million Atmospheric Research Center gift to the College of Engineering. We look forward to our expanded partnership producing great results for science, education, and public safety. I congratulate all of you who have measured up and received your engineering degrees. Do great things and build a strong foundation for future generations. Go UMass.
Thank you, Dr. Paris. Yeah. Before we get to the part that everyone is waiting for, I want to recognize and thank Professor Jessica Schiffman. Stand up, please. Thank you. Jessica Schiffman stepped into the role of interim department head for chemical engineering during a very challenging period. She has been an outstanding leader while also maintaining her exceptional teaching and research. Thank you, Jessica, on behalf of the college. Now the important part. Let me now introduce Sam Wojda, who will present the biomedical engineering graduates.
Good morning, I'm Sam Wojda. I'm happy to be here to celebrate this momentous occasion, our first in-person banner-carrying class to graduate from biomedical engineering. I'm pleased to introduce the department head, Tai Tayumanavan, who will bestow commencement medals. Will the faculty from the Department of Biomedical Engineering and our associate and assistant deans please descend the stage to your right to congratulate our graduates. Will the biomedical engineering graduates please proceed to the stage? Kimia Zara Abedi. Rode Alcindor. Cheryl Amadi. Jonathan Aubin. Emily Daria Berestetsky. Jasmine Yvonne Bogle. Maxwell Ablove Bowen. Michaela Kate Bruno. Jolie Bua. Sarah Elizabeth Burke. Joshua Edward Kagan. Abigail Callahan. Ayumi Castillo. Lila Caton. Krista Chepkauskas. Sophia Anna Wuyen Chang. Juliana Grace Siyun Chung. Choi, sorry. Ryan Scott Crandall. Gabriella Rachel Cummins. Michael DeSantis. Ido Diamant. Chloe Demanis. Ravina Krishani Dukan. Michael William Douglas. Jennifer Albertina Atongo Estevez. Rachel Hannah Fankehan. Kayla Marie Felix. Brian William Gong. Brianna Harnden. Elizabeth Ann Howland. Kurosh Cyrus Karami. Adish Kadiwada. Jan Kolschnick. Adithi Kulkarni. Daniel Lin. Rebecca Lewis-Selmy. Colin Kenneth Malley. Chloe Hart Manzi. Max Michael McMullen. Eric Richard McQuiggan. Brendan Michael Mulrooney. Aladdin Hatim Mohammed. Olivia Marie Mazio. Jacob Noroyan. Anna Wynn. Matthew Patrick O'Leary. Samuel Louis Palczewski. Rohan Himanshu Patel. Corey Patwari. Talbot Kenneth Porter. Dasani Christopher Prodeau. Shane Hamilton Priester. Mohammed Omar Rashid. Gary Wren. Paige Lauren Rushke. Maximilian George Schott. Caleb Seifert. Sarah Shams. Rule Sharma. Jessica Teray. Isha Uthin. Vanalika Ved. Okay. Christine Waswa. Joshua Macklow Weaver. Joseph Wierensky. Congratulations to the 2022 graduating class of biomedical engineers. I now welcome Sarah Perry, who will present the chemical engineering graduates.
Greetings, I'm Professor Sarah Perry, and it's a joy to be here today with you. I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Jessica Schiffman, Department Head for Chemical Engineering, who will bestow the commencement medals. Will the faculty from Chemical Engineering please descend the stage to your right and join our deans to congratulate the graduates? And will the Chemical Engineering graduates please proceed to the stage? Call Abra. Emma Abionis. Juliana Bedoya Ocampo. Anna Boyolan. Luke Edward Ignatius Bedreau. Sarah J. Bruni. Nicholas Capra. Peter Chiaravallo. Sean Thomas Corriveau. Sean Michael Davis. Patrick DeFranzo. Dominic Del Olio. Corey Chen. Hua Vin Jung. Noah Xavier Elias Guy. Elias Guy. Grace Elliott. Mohammed Ferris. Caitlin Fung.
Let's go, Caitlin!
Slater Trent Godfrey. Anoop Chauhan. Thomas Greiner. Michael Herschelman. Shane Cooch Hook. Timothy Mingkai Huang. Atishay Jain. Uli Umad Silva Jallo. Sarah Koprick. Brian Lodge. David Lonergan. Sanjana Mangnani.
Yes, Sanjana!
Alexander John Marshall. Shannon McIntosh. Dylan Joseph Molnar. Hong Nguyen.
Thank you.
Catherine Nilov. Vardan Pandita. Nicholas Papiano. Devanshi Chirag Patel. Winston Fu. Lucas Rosansky. Graham Robert Sampu. Nicholas Anthony Sidabalbi. Aniruddha Kirthi Sharma. Jingqiao Shen. Simran Rihanna Singh. Timothy Patrick Slitch. James Kenneth Taggart. McLean Scott Taggart. Benjamin David Taylor. Brandon Ugbasia. Emma Daisy Villaris. James Whitehouse. Ben Wood. Jiaqi Yang. Zhou Jianlin. Congratulations to the 2022 graduating class of chemical engineers. I will now welcome Sergio Brania, who will present the civil engineering graduates.
Good morning. My name is Sergio Brania. I'm a professor in the Civil and Environmental Engineering Department. I'm pleased to introduce Dr. John Tobiason, Department Head of Civil and Environmental Engineering, who will be bestowing commencement medals to our graduates. Will the faculty from the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering please descend the stage to your right and join our deans to congratulate the graduates. Will the civil engineering graduates please proceed to the stage. Gerardo Antonio Aguilar Quintero. Liam Parker Amory. Benjamin Jacob Anderson. Kyrie Bernier. Kevin Brooks. Francesca Bruni. Yegor Bublik. Arturo Buenrostro. Cameron Thomas Cabral. Angelina Sofia Cagiano. Spencer Cullen. Nolan Davis. Abhigyan Dar. Jack Fallon. Liam Joseph Fitzpatrick. Abigail Elaine Garvey. Pedro Alejandro Gonzalez. James Christian Hammond. Shane Hancocks. Olivia Harris. Brandon Harvey. Zachary Stephen Heselton. Derek Holmes. Kurt Hopkins. Joshua Hyman. Intisar Islam. Alex Iwascu. Alana Joachim. Nicholas Anthony Johnson. Adam Jerez. Tatiana Kairos. James Kenneth Casper. Sayed Yunus Kawish. Maya Elizabeth Kesey. Connor Kelleher. Andrew Michael Kenefick. Hamza Kosa. Andrew John Godolpher. Joshua Francis Krosnecki. Hunter Frederick Lovelace. Christopher Anthony Lubrino. Ian McDonald. Garrett Magnuson. Edward Mayer IV. Luke Rocco Mann. Michael Martin. Grayson McDowell. Olivia Miller McNamara. Evan Yi May. Thomas Michael Muir. Chinyere Chidima Ogawa. Tan Patnat Nguyen. Danielle Paley. Zachary Hunter Pessin. Austin David Pizzeni. Valentina Pilipenko. Aaron Thomas Rothwell. Holly Marie Russell. Angela Yongvang Susler. Jonathan Frank Scotto. Brian Robert Shea. Jonathan Puamape Stratter. Olivia Marie Thurkel. Margaret Adelaide Turner. James Charles Biglis. Vivian Wong. Woo-sung Kwon. Joseph Jaehoon Yoon. Congratulations to the 2022 class of Civil and Environmental Engineering. I will now welcome Bill Leonard, who will present the Electrical and Computer Engineering graduates.
Hello, I'm Bill Leonard. It is an honor to be here with you today. I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Chris Hollett, Department Head of Electrical and Computer Engineering, who will bestow commencement medals. Will the faculty from the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering please descend the stage to your right and join our deans to congratulate the graduates. Will the Electrical and Computer Engineering graduates please proceed to the stage. Aaron Achildiev. Eric David Anderson. Shelby Nicole Tara Anderson. Jason Chadwick Arms. Kevin Alfred Barty. Gavin Burrill. Aiden Belanger. Berkey Sarp Belch. Michael James Broniger. Edward Beezer. Ray Castillo. Michael K. Chan. Alexander Thomas Charpentier. Philip Edward Colliday, Jr. Matthew Robert Corcoran. John Connor Dayhill. Alina Darafet. Ryan Dewsnap. Alexander Edward Dickup. John Deep. Randall Joel Driscoll. Samuel Richard Dubois. William Ray Farland. Fernando Fernandez. Michael Allen Forbes. Louis Angelo Gencarelli III. Brendan Richard Gentili. Prepsa Kimere. Sean Ghosh. Ashton Gray. Andres Gutierrez. Neil Guan. Andrew Simeon Hall. Stephanie He. Jasmine Hickey. Patrick Edward Holman. Mahima Jaikant. Joel E. Colon. Aidas Jakubenas. Adish Joshi. Sanjana Kaza. Peter Stephen Kitsakos. Ethan James LaFleur. Victor Lamb. Callum Duncan Little. Michael John McKay. Snigdam Majumbar. Joseph Maloyan. Pradeep Manevanan. Jeffrey David Matheson. John McDonald. Megan Molesky. Joseph Mitchell. Matthew Moshella. Marvin Nguyen. Aaliyah Michelle Nisbet. Malcolm Okaya. Shumeng Pan. Anvita Shailesh Kumar Patel. Smit Patel. Tirth Nilesh Patel. Henry Powell. Allison Lane Rizzoli. Antonio Romanowski Neto. Abhinav Sharaf. Omri Shavit. Lamisa Sheikh. Rowan Sheridan. Jared Lewis Simmons. Nanthadi Sivakumar. Tanatorn Sukprasert. Grady Scott Sullivan. Trevor Sullivan. Eric Parker Sullivan. Adon Tully. Stephan Timothy. Anjali Tolly. Stephen Reese Townsend. Andrew Tran. Nicholas Veal. Dhruv Vikram Krishna. Paulina Vu. Jackson William Wallace. Jeffrey Wang. Neil Wei. Samuel North Worrell. Xiaolong Yin. Kevin Zhang. Congratulations to the 2022 graduating class of Electrical and Computer Engineers. I now welcome Ana Muriel, who will present the Industrial Engineering graduates.
Good morning. I'm Professor Ana Muriel. It is an honor to be here with you today. I am pleased to introduce Dr. Sundar Krishnamurthy, Department Head of Mechanical and Industrial Engineering, who will bestow commencement medals. Will the faculty from the Department of Mechanical and Industrial Engineering please descend this stage to your right and join our deans to congratulate our graduates. Will the Industrial Engineering graduates please proceed to the stage?
Yes, please.
Matthew Thomas Ayers. Zachary John Bakta. Amanda Noel Batura. Erin Florence Bean. Lillian Grace Bell.
I want to take a picture.
Avi Benmayor. Diana Conti. Haley Marie Del Grego. Yasmin El Catan. Phoebe Marie Fader. Teresa Graziani. Sanyu Han. John Thomas Hart. Benjamin Thomas LaFrance. María Fernanda Hernández. Caitlin Rachel Leonowitz. Alexander Scott McCool. Shayna Rose McGillis. Hanel Nakines. Jahineya Parker. Hannah Potter. Calistayana Romero Kislowski. Lindsay Nicole Smith. Ryan Joseph Theriault. Ryan Joseph Therin. Kaylee Christine Tarpey. Connor Lacroix White. Sarah Ann Widrow. Nicholas Wayne Wong. Youssef Ahmed Zaidan. Samuel Zhang. Congratulations, Industrial Engineering graduates of 2022. I will now welcome Megan Huber, who will present the department's mechanical engineering graduates.
Thank you very much and good morning. My name is Professor Megan Huber, and it is such a joy to be able to be here to celebrate with you and your graduates. So without further ado, last and definitely not least, we have our mechanical engineering graduates. May we please proceed to the stage. Thank you. Jacob Aurelian Adams. Luciano Alvarez Sanchez. Congrats, Jenny. Jennifer L. Andrews. Patrick Archibald. Mark Anthony Aronis. Lindsay Michelle Barrett. Hannah Brianne Bogus. William Boy. Emily Christine Brand. Timothy Hal Burns. Andre Francis Bonacarsi. Calvin Ranger Coolhan. Benjamin Samuel Canton. William Carboni. Hunter Karkoff. Liam Michael Carolan. Donald Chang. Liam Francis Coffey. Paul Joseph Cran III. Enzo Kazuyuki Kron. Kirill Danyuk. Nicholas Philip Dariados, sorry. Christopher Anthony DeCaro. Brian Michael DeFranzo. Misha Alexander DeReuter. Gabriel Kenworth Dickinson. Peter John DeMeo. Shane Michael Dowd. Congrats. Aiden Patrick Downey. Ayub Farah. Matthew David Feely. Maxwell Lewis Flera. Beatrice Galbucera. Christian Gonnet. Daniel Rafael Pillard Gonzalez. Ethan Gorman. Matthew Sullivan Gosselin. Ethan Grasso. Andrew Gubanov. Nicholas Hines. James Fisher Hennebush. Sydney Jane Holman. Simon Tyler Houghton. Scott Jackson. Yujao Ji. Joshua David Kaplinger. Paul Karam. Adam Cole Kelleher. Alexander Scott Klinkhammer. Angelina Curdon. Cameron Lake. Bailey Leach. Benjamin Michael Lee. Schnorr Zellman Lipschitz. Congrats. Dominic Paul Licardo. Dylan James Logan. Louis Gregory Long. James Nicholas Longy. Owen Roberts Lucas. Andrea Malo Barzola. Joseph Thomas Manchester. Brian Daniel Marshall. Matthew Thomas Marshall. Justin Andrew Mayer. Thomas Richard Mazeka. Connor James McGovern. Alden Herbert Menser. Gregory Z. Meidelman. Madison Nicole Moore. Gabriel Vern Nadelstein. Samuel John Naftel. Celia Alexis Nevu. Gabe C. Noble Schreiber. Gabe. Sorry. Patrick Roger O'Brien. Kyle Pratchett O'Connell. Chiamalego Aniel Malokwe. Catherine Jesus Pacheco. Michael Robert Panico. Charles Nicholas Paris. Jacob Ryan Parsons. Denny Pena. Brian Peoples. James Douglas Finkst. Henry Powell. William Stanley Pizziggio. Vineeth Rao. Abhishek Rao, or Ravi, sorry. Liam Andrew Gore Rees. Stephen Rincone. Tyler Reel. Alexander Roberts. James Michael John Robinson. Julius Rosenthal. Ethan John Schroeder. Sagan, like Tyler. Seguin, all right. Luke Seguin. Nilensh Shah. Duan Shaw. David Michael Sheehan, Jr. Rayo Shambori. David Giovanni Schlimak. Tyler Cedar. Patrick James Silva. Christopher Paul Silva. Lucas Anthony Source. Jack William Simcoe. Matthew Costa Swenson. Wayman Zito. Joseph Anthony Trias. Tony Trong Troyang. Alexander Peter Sikadius. Congrats. Andrew John Tierney. Jake Robert Thompson. Matthew Vincentino. Dennis Tran. Michelle Tran. Cassidy Tang. Taylor Volpe. Arthur Wang. Sikyan Wang. Alex Theodore Wengren. Colin Brian Whippen. Lincoln Anthony Wiggin, Jr. Ethan Nikolai Williams. Congrats. Dylan Alexander Wilson. Aaron Lone Wong. Brandon Yi Wong. Daniel Chun Shrey. Jake Vargas Cabral. Cho Giao Zhou. Noah Zilberberg. Rounded it out. Liam James Donovan. And so with that, I'd like to congratulate the 2022 graduating class of Mechanical and Industrial Engineers. Thank you, and now I would like to invite Dean Rahman back to the podium.
Thank you, Megan. I think I earned my pay. Congratulations again, College of Engineering, class of 2022. Okay, we are almost done. But first, I would like to invite Assistant Dean Paula Reese to the podium to offer our closing remarks. Please join us right after the close of this celebration for a reception under the tent in the Engineering Quad. I would also like to thank Todd Butinsky and all of our staff and student volunteers who worked tirelessly to make this graduation celebration special for all of you. Paula?
Thank you. Class of 2022, I am honored to conclude our official celebration of this important milestone with you. I promise we'll be quick. Echoing words from earlier today, our Mother Earth and society are facing tremendous challenges within a wickedly complex environmental, geopolitical, social, and technocratic landscape. In this landscape, it is a landscape in which scientific knowledge and data are often not valued, are discredited, or simply ignored. And while professional engineers, we have the obligation to hold paramount the safety, health, and welfare of the public. Sometimes we get it wrong. Our missteps might be due to unintended consequences, questionable ethics and moral judgment, setting our spatial and temporal constraints too small, a failure to recognize mismatch between who benefits and who's harmed, a mistake, or simply being obtuse. You are entering the front lines of this messy, complex, but beautifully diverse and amazing world. Love it, protect it. Love each other, protect each other. Do so by being curious, continue to connect with others, especially those not just like you, both professionally and socially. Share the air, listen deeply, leverage your privilege for others less advantaged. Have courage and hope. Question yourself and your motivations, authority if your professional work and ethics collide. Dare to dream greatly. In the words of Wendell Berry, we have lived by the assumption that what was good for us would be good for the world. And this has been based on the even flimsier assumption that we could know with any certainty what was good, even for us. We must change our lives so that it would be possible to live by the contrary assumption that what is good for the world will be good for us. In other words, we are stronger together. I have great faith in you and all you can accomplish, both small and large, to make our world more just, equitable, and sustainable. You are my hope, and I know you're up to the challenges ahead. We're almost done. After the last applauses, I just want to remind everyone to remain seated as our platform party leads the graduates from the room. May your hearts and toes be warm when you reflect on your time at UMass. My warmest congratulations to you all. Thank you, engineering class of 2022, for sharing your journey with us.
outskirts of town. Well, you see, we won't need nobody always hanging around. It may seem funny, honey, funny as can be. If we have a dozen children, you know they all better look like me when we move way back of town.